Hello folks, this is my first ever blog. I thought let's have a go. It's a bit more freeform than the videos I do. To start off, I'd like to thank you for visiting my website and for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Hurley Bird Productions. Going back to my website, I started it back in late May, early June. And I was looking at the visitor stats recently, and I've had 9,000 unique visitors. That's not people revisiting the site, that is unique visitors, 9,000 in 5 months. And you know what? I just cannot get on a UFO podcast, strange as it may seem. I was thinking about UFO podcasts, and you can kind of put them into sort of two groups. You sort of got Group A that is very nuts and bolts, and are just happy talking about UFOs, UFO videos, UFO photographs, and disclosure. And then you've got the sort of second type of podcast that's a lot more speculative and will interview experiences and abductees with open arms all day long. The problem with my website is, and the latter has a habit of skewing the phenomenon towards a sort of very positive, rose-tinted spectacles, love and light mindset. So bearing that in mind, my website doesn't really appeal to category A of podcast, and it doesn't really appeal to category B of podcast. So despite the large number of visitors I get, no one wants to interview me. So I think some of these podcasters are missing a trick there. The more I think about it, I think some of the UFO podcasts with a lower audience have a richer, broader vein of interviewee. What you find with a lot of the big UFO podcasts, they're quite risk averse. They'll tend to want a lot of the big names. So in some ways, you're getting less variety of insight. Sometimes the researcher with this particular niche, who hasn't got a big name, can offer more data, more insight into the particular sphere that they're researching. I often liken some of the big podcast guests to TV shows where a particular celebrity has got a new book out, and they'll just do the circuit and all the different chat shows. And it's a bit like that with some of the UFO podcasts. You've got the same 30 people wants to be interviewed by about the same 5 or 6 big podcasts. Anyway, so that's my rant over with UFO podcasts anyway. I wanted to talk now about alleged cases of aliens healing people, and certain researchers, certain podcasters continually try to portray the visitors in a positive light. And one of their pieces of ammunition is to recount cases of where aliens have healed people. Let's put our discernment hat on for 1 minute. Imagine a scientist has lab rats, and he has a program of experiments that he wants to conduct on those rats over their lifetime. Now he's going to want to keep those rats in tip-top shape. So if they fall ill, he's going to be inclined to want to heal them. That's the first thing I want to say. Second thing about the healing issue is, if you've got a race of ETs that are coming here and they've got a secretive program and they're not here for our benefit, they're going to be predisposed to want to deceive people. So what they could do is to abduct someone who's got some physical complaints. Maybe they've got kidney stones, maybe they've had sciatica for 20 years. Use their technology on the individual and bang, they're healed. Abductee then says, hey, I've been healed by aliens. I want to tell the world. So they'll go on these podcasts with their sort of skewed outlook. Yeah, we'll have this person on. they're going to paint aliens in a positive light. They've been healed. So you can see, unwittingly, these abductees become a form of PR for the aliens. So this massive dichotomy of invasive abductions, people disappearing, human and animal mutilations going on. And then the other side of the coin, you've got these people going on these programs saying, hey, they fixed my broken arm. They've removed my gallstones. They must be so spiritual. They must be so advanced. They can only be here for our benefit. Folks, you've got to stay switched on and look at both sides of the coin. You can't ignore the data on websites like mine. That's all for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed this blog.